Okay, redo. This is the edamame salad that we make at least once a week in our house. I'm making a double batch. I will put the recipe in the description or the comments, and I promise it is one of the simplest salads you're ever gonna make. So I'm bringing a batch of it to my parents' house today, and then I'm also making a batch for our house. So this is how it starts. These are from Trader Joe's. They are ready to go. We're gonna open them, dump them in the bowls. This is so good. I swear I've eaten it for breakfast before. I've woken up in the middle of the night hungry and eaten it. I'm telling you, it is delicious. In my recipe that I'll have listed, I say to put roughly a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley, like just fresh chopped parsley, in your salad. This is obviously a ton. I'm gonna save some for chicken noodle soup that I'm making, but if you wanna put extra herbs in this, it's delicious. Also, if you don't have fresh parsley, just put dried parsley in the salad dressing and it will taste super good. So let me chop all this up. Also, parsley is so good for your body. Parsley for the salad at my mom's house, parsley for the salad we're keeping home, and this will be the parsley for the chicken noodle soup. That is my super lazy, easy chicken noodle soup that goes in the crock pot. I promise it's a recipe worth making. If you get your herbs from Trader Joe's, they are pretty inexpensive. They're usually only about $1.69 to $1.99 each. I'm not sure how much they were today, but they're a pretty good deal. When it comes to dill, if I'm using the package from Trader Joe's, I'll use about half the package in my salad. So I'm gonna cut all this up because I'm doubling, and it just smells so good. It's okay to leave some of the stems in there. They have a ton of flavor. Also, save your scraps for when you make stock. All of this will be so delicious in stock. Half on this side, half on that side. This is the feta I get from Trader Joe's. It's in brine, it's delicious. We always have some in our fridge. So I'm gonna use the part that's left over first. I usually put about 1 disc of feta in the salad. You could always put more if you want, but I basically just take it, make sure you have clean hands, crumple it up. Also, I always wash my produce, my herbs, all that stuff, but I don't put it on camera because it just takes up a lot of time. And a lot of times people complain that my videos are too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other block in my other salad. My original edamame salad recipe does not have cucumbers in it, but I'm bringing it to my parents' house and there's just too much space left in this bowl, so I want to make sure I kind of bulk it up. Plus, a lot of people in the comments say that they love to add either cherry tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever, so I think it's a great thing to add, and this is really going to be delicious, so mine as well. Let's see if we can just chop these all at the same time. I think so. These little cucumbers are so handy to have in your fridge. And they're delicious. Perfect. See, it's filling up the bowl better. The one for home, I'm gonna keep it classic to the recipe, but add whatever you want. I've even seen people add tuna fish to this. Delicious. I am obviously not anywhere near a trained chef. I am just a home cook, so I apologize for my knife skills, but we really like red onion. I'm gonna put about 1/4 of a red onion in the salad and maybe a little bit more in the one that I just put cucumbers in, but these should be diced up way tinier than I'm doing them. I just have terrible knife skills. I need to make sure I do not cut my hand. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple minutes and finish chopping these. When I'm meal prepping a ton of things, I always have like a little garbage paper towel in front of me, and then I take a bag and I use it for my trash. So this is when I'm making like 3 to 4 meals at a time. It's just so nice to not have to keep walking to the trash can. So I'm gonna put a little bit more than half of the red onion in this one. And then the rest will go in the salad for our house. My son will pack this in his lunch for high school, and it makes me so happy. This is the jar that I normally make my dressing in, but because I'm doubling this recipe, I'm gonna use a bigger mason jar. And I'm telling you, this is an easy dressing to make. I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen so you can screenshot it, but I will also put it in either the comments or the description. But it is simple and you don't have to do it perfectly with like the measurements. I make it different almost every single time. I never measure. So I am doubling it. So I'm gonna put a pretty decent amount of olive oil in there. I am such a vinegar lover and I love this apple cider vinegar. You can get any kind you want, but I usually add a lot more vinegar than I call for in the ingredients. So we've got apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna do a little bit more. You can always put lemon juice in here too. See, I told you I love vinegar. Oh, also put a ton of fresh cracked pepper in your salad. I'm not gonna film this whole thing because it's gonna take me forever. I put so much pepper in these salads, but I don't put it in the dressing or I'll get it all over my cutting board. This is a very well-loved jar of Dijon mustard. We use it constantly. So I am doubling this recipe. A lot is gonna go in there. It's pretty spicy, but it does kind of mellow out once you put it in the dressing. It just helps the dressing just come together. It's awesome. We're gonna do a little bit of salt. I don't put a ton of salt in because you have feta cheese. So probably just that much. I forget my maple syrup. It sweetens it just a tad. You don't have to put a ton in, but it does make it taste really good. Garlic powder, as much as you want. I put a lot in. And also onion powder, which I love. And it's that simple. I use this to stir it, but you can also just put the lid on your mason jar and shake it, or you can whisk it. I don't even drizzle the olive oil in. I just put it all in there. This is one of the best dressings, I swear, I've ever tasted. It's my absolute favorite. I do give it a little taste before I put it in. Also, if you're bringing this salad to someone's house, you can dress it the night before. You can dress it before you go. It does not get soggy. It is such a perfect salad. I tasted it and I did add more vinegar because I'm a psycho and I love vinegar. But you are gonna heavily put this dressing in these salads and then give them a toss. If you bring this to a party, I promise people are all gonna ask for the recipe. It's so good. And it keeps in your fridge for about 3 days. So I do recommend putting cucumbers in it. It's not in the original recipe, but if you don't, that is totally fine. I also have these amazing cherry tomatoes I want to put in there, but I need them for my chicken shawarma bowls. I should have bought extra.